To answer the question, what is creativity, would be quite difficult. And even if we tried to answer that question, we may not all agree. However, creativity and the creator remain at the very core of the Wise brand. One thing we can agree on is that creativity involves a creative process. And right from its very conception, the creators of Wise realized that their vision was essentially to offer creators endless possibilities and to facilitate their creative process.
Our vision when we created Wise was to empower the audio creator. It was to allow them to channel their creation without limitation. The community is the central pillar of Wise. As when we started, actually, it was really important for us to be linked with the community, to make sure that we were filling up their needs. And as Wise evolved, it became the community's tool. As of today, Wise is actually the result of the community.
When we started to work on this project to create the opening logo for Wise, we were immediately faced with this challenge of illustrating the abstract idea behind Wise. And furthermore, being an audio-centric brand made it just that much more challenging. We wanted to also showcase our devotion to our community and place them at the very center of this opening logo. We wanted to illustrate how Wise was not only an extension to their creative process, but rather an expression of their creative process, and essentially one of their own creations. To bring this all together, we wanted to celebrate creation in its purest form. This gave rise to the idea of water. Every drop of water produces a ripple effect, as meaning to creativity is achieved with action and reaction. In essence, creativity itself is interactive.
Water symbolizes life. Water is the source of everything, is the source of creation. Through a single drop of water, you get a ripple effect. That's the start of a rhythm. It creates vibration, it creates frequencies, and it's energy.
The concept behind this opening logo then evolved from a drop of water to a body of water, the ocean. The ocean symbolizes the collective creative consciousness, and the waves symbolize passion and the creative process.
To understand the concept of the ocean, we need to go back to the origin of the name WISE. WISE stands for WaveWorks Interactive Sound Engine. So it's the work of the wave. When you look at the ocean and you see these little drops coming out of the movement, and suddenly they rise up and they unify to become the community. Wise is the extension to the creator as the instrument is for the musician. It allows them to channel their creativity and to influence, I would say, even their creativity.
Working on the logo for Audiokinetic was a very big surprise for me because first I would think that they would want something more modern and very sound effects based, but they came to me with an intention that caught me off guard because they wanted something that was more humane, that was more emotional. And I understood what they wanted to do when I watched it for the first time, the actual logo happening. And it gave sense to every word they gave me, like the sense of community, the sense of voices, the unification around Wise. And it was a first time for me. I've never done this, but it was still music and not like just sound design. So it was, to me, very important to put every words that they gave me into the music.
Our house composer has a message.
Now for this project, it's about a company that I care a lot about, and they're making tools for video games. And I've been honored to be asked to write for them the music of their incoming logo. So it's to encapsulate their own identity and values. So what we have here is a sort of a starting slow, and we're draw and draw and draw, and it's like sort of like a motion like this up to the light lumière.
Working here with this choir, the Estonian choir, is a privilege for somebody like me, but for anybody that will hear it, because this choir is not only multi-awarded, but more importantly, they have a voice that is speaking to the soul. And I thought that having them performing the music would be giving the intention that Hélène and Martin from Audiokinetic wanted to capture. And I couldn't be happier that they accepted the choir.
The Estonian Philharmonic Chamber Choir is a unique choir because of its sound, I'd say. We are between two sound cultures, as it were. There's East and West, light and dark almost, and we're right in the middle and have the best of both. So we have a rather unique sound. I don't know if recording a 10-second piece is more difficult than recording a full concert work. It's for sure very different. The focus is short and intense, and you're basically shaping one phrase and doing that very, very often.
Working here with the choir is a very big treat for me. Not only for me, for my music, but also for the logo, and in the end, it's for the people listening to it. I think we've been blessed for having such people performing the music, and I encourage anybody to listen carefully to the emotion that the players have put into the music and appreciate it for what it is.
I'm very curious how they will use the music that we've recorded today.
I've been working in games for about 2 decades now, and I'm very keen on hiring the best musicians I can, but also on providing to the players who play the game I'm working on to have a unique experience. And a software like Wwise really opened doors to me that in the previous years I couldn't. And I'm very flattered, I'm very honored to be scoring their logo. But also I'm very grateful for them to exist, because without them I couldn't express my artistic view on a player experience the way I can right now. So it's very important for me. So I gave as much love as I could to the logo, as if it was any important music, any music that I'm writing.
Au tout début, le violon solo, est-ce que tu veux ça lié ou séparé?
Non, il faut que ce soit chaque archer, chaque mouvement, c'est
Par deux.
C'est correct, c'est ça que j'avais.
OK.
sur le tin, tu vois, la quatrième de la mesure, donc 5. Il faut vraiment que ce soit un élange. Pour que derrière, tu aies en fait les solistes, c'est tam, tam, et là, très beau, très doux, très chaud.
Et les triolets, sans attaque, c'est très legato. On les laisse très douces. C'est bon.
I'm always just so impressed by how the visuals are sort of, they're just made larger, right? They're made more impactful and emotional when you bring that music connection to it. And I think the ability for your team to sort of talk about it visually, knowing what's coming, and then connecting those dots, just, yeah, it just certainly makes the visual shine, and something we're really grateful for in that space.
Le son, la musique et le langage universel qui symbolisent, au même titre que la création, la vibration, la fréquence sur laquelle tout le monde grandit. Ce qui est très intéressant dans l'espace sonore, c'est que c'est le seul art qui est non palpable en même temps, mais qui est un langage universel. Ce qui permet que chaque individu, en plus, a sa propre perception au niveau communicationnel, mais elle communique quelque chose à chaque personne, à chaque individu.